Hi, Bill and Chris with Wobbly Otter Outdoors here. Oh, and Viva. Welcome to this video about the Starcraft AR-One Extreme 15RB. It has a 10-foot awning along this side, the door holder backer, 2 external outlets, a storage compartment, and it is pre-wired for ZAMP solar. This is 12 volt only. It does not have an inverter. On the front, there's a full width rock guard that you can open up to let the light in. It comes with a 20-pound propane bottle. And we have replaced the battery that it came with. The battery that it came with wasn't keeping a charge, so we replaced it with an AGM battery. The jack that's on the front is also one that we added. This jack did not come with the trailer. This is an ultimate trailer jack. We'll put links to everything that we added in the description below. This is the utility side of the trailer. This is the cover for the hot water heater. We purchased an external screen for it. We also purchased screens that are inside where the refrigerator vents.
Top and bottom.
Top and bottom. And then this is the vent for the furnace, and we put the screen on there as well. This is your emergency exit window. You can hook it up to city water, or you can pour water into the freshwater tank. It has a 26-gallon freshwater tank. And there's 30 amp electrical plug and cable. And it also has a cable TV input. This is where the exhaust fan for the stove comes out. Then you have your gray and black water tanks. They have blade valves. The back bumper is hollow so you can store your sewer hose. The tires are 15-inch off-road. Not heavy-duty off-road, but acceptable. Spare is full size, and it's actually got a more aggressive tread than the ones that are on the ground. We added the mount for the gas can. Basically just put U-bolts on there. On the back there is a pop-out bed. Yeah. The entire bottom of the trailer is sealed. You can see this panel, this corrugated panel. It's the full length of it. And it has these steel rails to help protect and support. And they sealed it using basically that expandable insulation, spray insulation stuff. There were some places that had gaps and holes, and we didn't want any mice or anything to get in, so we filled those with black silicone caulk. One of the nice features about this camper is it has a pop-out tent at the back part. It came with a mattress and a mattress pad that's electric. The mattresses ride in the slot that is at the back of the camper. All 3 windows open up and you get lots and lots of wonderful ventilation. The pop-out bed is supported by cables. The supports keep it open to the back. Plugs in right here. And there's a light back here as well. There's a little shelf up here. And this is about a 3-inch mattress. And this is an electric heating pad. It comes with a controller. If you turn to the right when you come into the camper, this is what you see. There's a bench seat. It has storage below that is around the wheel well. There are 2 windows that open up to screens on this side. And also their little screens will slide open if you want to open them that way also. At the front has a non-screened full width window. And then the exit window is on the left. It also opens as a push-out. The blinds that came with the camper were ivory colored mini blinds. We purchased aftermarket blinds that are insulated. There is a dinette which makes down into a bed. This is where we sleep most often, especially because we're going to be using the camper when it's really, really hot out or really, really cold out. It'll seat 4 people, 4 adults. The camper will sleep 4 to 5. On this side is the kitchen area. Have a microwave that I cannot open. That was impressive. We put this in here so it wouldn't rattle around with the little glass thing. Vent-A-Hood, 2-burner propane stovetop, sink, hot and cold water. Here you have your water levels and also your water heater, which it has an automatic light for propane. And you have your water pump if you are offshore. Plugs for TV and satellite. The refrigerator is a pretty standard compact refrigerator, the little freezer top. The refrigerator runs on either Shore Electric or propane. This whole area is the bathroom. Comes with a mirror. And it doesn't have a fan in the vent, but you could add one. There's a light, and it has a skylight. The skylight's here probably mainly to give you more height, so when you're standing in the shower that you have plenty of room. And the little shower curtain comes around. There's lots of storage. It has upper cabinet storage over the kitchen area, 2 over the dinette, which is basically a pass-through, and then a cabinet over the little side bench sofa that goes all the way through too. And then this little cabinet that's down here on the left as you come in. There's a 30,000 BTU furnace, and there is a temperature control for it on the side wall. Down on the bottom underneath the furnace is the power panel where the fuses and everything are. Underneath one bench of the dinette is the methane gas detector. And up here it has a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector. Your 13,000 BTU air conditioner is on the roof. Comes wired with a stereo with a DVD player behind it. That is wired to your RCA jacks that are over here. The legs of the dinette fold up and fasten with a Velcro strap. And then the table sits on these rails during travel.
Well, we purchased the trailer because we had a trip planned down in the hill country about a year ago. And the weather was going to be nice. And then the forecast started to get worse and worse. And on the day that we were going to go, it was 13 degrees. And that is not decent weather in Texas for a rooftop tent. Oh yeah, 50-mile-an-hour winds. So we couldn't go because we didn't want to freeze to death. So we looked around for more four-season alternatives, and we weren't finding anything, really.
Not in our price range.
Right. There was plenty if you want to spend $60,000.
Yeah. And most of the overlanding trailers start right around anywhere from 25, but most often 34,000. And we didn't want to spend 34,000.
Yeah, for the sometimes trailer.
For the sometimes trailer, because that's what BART is.
Oh yeah, and it's hard to get a dog into a rooftop tent.
Yeah, and even though we made a ramp, she takes up a lot of room.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
I end up sleeping outside. Which kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, so why take the dog? So yeah, and then we had given up. We weren't finding anything. Then we were going to go see Bill's youngest daughter. And on the way, he realized he had forgotten his hat. So we stopped off at NRS Indicator. And he found the most beautiful hat, which isn't the one he's wearing, by the way, but a most beautiful hat. And on the way out, they also have a camper trailer and a horse trailer sales area. And we went by, and there's this little tiny short trailer that's set up real high. And we're like, that could work. So we made note. And then after we went to see Bill's daughter and visit and stuff, when we came back, we stopped off and talked to him about the trailer. Things we like about the camper.
It was on sale.
The biggest thing really was the price. If the price wasn't in our range, then we weren't going to get it. We were shooting for something that was $15,000 or less. We purchased this one for $12,500 at the time, plus tax and all that stuff. That was very much the best price we'd seen on any camper trailer that was raised a little bit to be off-road capable. We wanted flow-through ventilation. Having windows, as many windows as we could get, and have some that are across from each other was very important. Getting to have the little pop-out bed on the back was like a bonus that we hadn't even thought of. What else do we like it?
It has a heater.
Oh yes, the whole purpose of getting it being extremes of temperature. So it has a heater and it has an air conditioner. Check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last year we took a little trip up to Port Angeles, Washington and back. It's about 4,400 miles round trip. And we took George, and because we had to get up into the mountains every night, we turned a 4,400 mile trip into a 6,000 mile trip. Just for the side trips to get up in the mountains so we wouldn't die in the heat.
It has decent ground clearance. It's higher than most small campers.
Yes, it'll make it down a road if there is one.
It's sealed underneath. That was a surprise and very, very welcome. I like the awning. We wouldn't have been particular one way or the other, but having an electric awning is really kind of nice. It's a little perk. Anything else you like?
Nope.
Okay, don't like anything else. Things I would change about the camper are mainly the size of the bathroom. It's big. The camper is small, and if the bathroom were a little bit smaller, then you would gain that much more usable space and walking space in the living area. It would make it easier to get into and out of the pop-out bed. Starcraft makes a bath that is a shower and toilet that are basically one that take up a narrower space, And that to me would have then been perfect as far as floor plan.
But that's not available on this model.
Is this camper an overlanding camper? My one-word answer is no. Bill?
You're correct.
So we're in agreement on that. George is our overlanding trailer. And we're very happy with George.
Yeah, the Morris Mule will go anywhere the truck can go. This is actually too wide to take on a trail. It's 8 feet wide. The wheelbase on it is wider than the truck. The edge of the tire, I was looking at the tracks over here, they sit outside the tracks for the truck. So that becomes an issue on narrow trails. Big issue.
And it's heavy.
Oh, there is that.
We'll put information about its length, width, height, and how heavy it is empty and loaded, its cargo capacity and everything. We'll put that in probably right now at the bottom of the screen. We'll probably also put it in the description so you can see it.
We can link to the manufacturer's page.
And there are folks who will say that basically it's built out of sticks because it has a wooden structure, a wooden frame, it has aluminum sides. I guess they're aluminum and fiberglass.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you wouldn't want to go bouncing it all over the place. You would rattle the thing apart. It will go over fairly rough terrain because of the ground clearance, but you'd have to go real slow and deliberately. So it's just not made for that, and that's not why we got it.
Right, we have a trailer to do that already.
Right.
Thank you for watching and subscribing to Wobbly Otter Outdoors.